Okay, so this is the video for my final exam of English. So I'm going to start talking about my created company. This company is, of course, directed to a more cultural aspect, cultural form, and also taking care of things like good methodologies and making it interesting. I have researched about different types of cultural ways to approach a a company, right? To structure it in a way that it actually functions well, because of course after several years of testing several types of functionalities in companies, there of course is going to be a certain factor that plays a great role. So I'm going to start talking about this. My company name is Cairo Works. This is the I chose Cairo as the name because it's like a certain Japanese name, and this way it fits with what we are trying to achieve with this company. So I'm going to start talking about our core ideologies. Cairo Works exists to create cultural, intelligent, future-proof systems, whether it's technology or certain experiences or organizations. This company, of course, as I just said, is going to be focused to a technological type of approach. And what does this mean? This means that we are focusing more mainly in long-term thinking more than short-term, and also we are building systems over trends. So then we also have our structural uh, part of the company. This of course is gonna be non-traditional and functional. So I actually am pretty invested in explaining this to you because I have found a way to approach this in a very good manner, and it's called the triad architecture. What does this imply? Well, this implies that instead of having departments as a traditional company, we use three interlocking circles. What does this mean? This means we have the forge, the mythos, and the compass. What does this mean again? Well, this means that we have separated our team in three bases instead of just main departments. We have the forge that it's consisted with builders and engineers, also like prototypes, AI systems, architectures, code engineers. All of that is in the forge. Then we have the mythos that are narrators, designers, culture, brand, UI, UX, storytelling, all of that. And we also have in the third place the compass. What is this? The compass is the philosophers and the strategist. Another like a third party of the company, because it also has like the research department, the direction, the ethics, and the cultural grounding. So this way we have a more simpler way, I would say, to approach this type of organization of our work, how we can structure this in a more simpler way, because a just full on department, it's a very general word. So we also, what we do with this structure is that, as I said, because we have three teams, we also do with these three teams, we rotate the leadership around these three teams, And this was inspired by the ancient Athenian democracy and Zen monasteries, because what these guys would do is that they also kind of alternate the leadership between everyone, so this way we keep power decentralized and thinking fresh. So yes, we also need a bunch of people that are good with leadership, because we're gonna keep exchanging it around. But also what this implies is that not just one guy has all the power. We are kinda exchanging this in a way so everyone feels important in its own way in our company. And then we also have the work ethic and workflow. Sorry. We work in sprints and retreats. What this means is that we have 6 weeks of deep building and 1 week of personal reset, reflection, or creative activities, so our people can take a break and relax. We also have deep work culture, no open offices, no constant Slack pins, just work happening in focus. Communication, as we know, happens intentionally in this case. So we try to keep this in an open manner. Accountability pods, we also have everyone in a small peer group that checks in weekly, not for output but for growth, energy, and overall alignment, because having alignment in a company is of course very, very important. And as I have explained this whole company's functionality, I'm now going to explain what cultural inspirations I have taken apart. So this actually was a thing. We have the Japanese wabi sabi. It's a beauty in imperfection and constant iteration. This is an approach that it's mainly focused in the way we treat people. The Scandinavian transparency, flat hierarchy, and open financials. So everyone has transparency over this, because, of course, another point that is very important is that transparency is very important in a company. So this is another way we try to keep things visualized. We also have the West African oral tradition, is a type of storytelling as memory system. So we try to keep our guys, we try to give them this type of intel in a storytelling manner, so they can memorize things more openly and better. We also have the Indian reciprocity, give and receive in balance. We also try to give them this, because also giving and receiving in balance, what is going to make it's a very important part of the company, that it's also having good morals. Because as we know, if we throw out the window the morals, people are not going to connect. So this is going to be another very important point, so that we can work as a team, basically. And well, to end this explanation, I also want to talk about what we promote to the world. We, as a general, we are a creative sovereignty, the right to make things without needing permission, digital ethics, cultural fluency, and long-term resilience. So what this company can teach us, and what this company can leave as a message, is that people who care in ways are very important, because this type of approach that we took, it's a very people type approach. And having this as a centralized thinking of having people from different cultures, different ideas, different types of viewing how a company is built is very important, because we bring in different views, different types of seeing what is going on around us. So yeah, this is what my company is about. Hope this was a great presentation. And yeah, this is my exam for English.